We don't hate you. We don't care enough about you to hate you. We just see that you're a fool. You make a fool out of yourself virtually every day. That's why we talk about you. We're laughing at you. We're making a mockery of you. You're making a mockery of yourself. It's not hatred. You really should learn to distinguish between those two different emotions because you're receiving one in droves, and it's not hatred. You can act, like you're Beyonce all you want. You're not. And just like her, you can play the victim when you're not. But you're going to have your hands full with people laughing at you because you behave so foolishly.
This isn't just some light critique. It's a total destruction of massive proportions. Jasmine Crockett, once paraded as the Democrats' shining new star, has been ripped from her polished image and thrown straight into the harsh glare of truth. Kelly doesn't just challenge Crockett's reputation. She tears it apart, piece by piece, revealing her as nothing more than a carefully packaged illusion with no real weight. What once looked like a spectacular rise now crashes in flames, leaving Crockett trapped in the ruins Kelly left burning behind.
Woman, I've had about enough of her. She wants to be like a member of the squad. She thinks of herself like an AOC. She talks like, she's from the hood. Meanwhile, she grew up in a nice family. She didn't talk like this 3 years ago. 3 years ago, she sounded like you and I sound in this conversation. Like, I'm really excited to be going to Congress. I can't wait to get started on my new job. And now she's like, we need to smack.
Kelly locks onto Crockett's biggest weakness, confusing noise with true power. The louder Crockett yells, the more she convinces herself she's winning, but noise isn't proof and anger isn't evidence. Megyn Kelly cuts through all the fake theatrics, showing that behind the shouting, wild gestures, and over-the-top drama, there's barely any real substance. It's like watching someone slam their hands on the table while the real argument flies miles above her head. Crockett mistakes her own echo for authority, and Kelly destroys that illusion with sharp, merciless precision.
So she claims to be, from her people. She puts on this image that she understands the Black American struggle. But let's face it, the girl went to private school. She went on to, I don't know what college and law school. She went to, it's like, she's a complete fake.
Yeah.
She's as fake as her eyelashes. She's as fake as her hair. She's as fake as her fingernails. And she is such a massive fraud.
What makes Kelly's takedown so explosive is how she proves Crockett's rise wasn't built on real skill, but on a political machine desperate for a flashy face. Crockett wasn't chosen for her talent. She was placed there because she fit the part. She became useful as a loud defender, a predictable attack dog for party leaders, but nothing beyond that. She still hasn't shown she can do more than bark when commanded. And right on cue, Megyn Kelly rips off the mask, exposing a politician held up by image instead of true ability.
Clinton administration.
Please calm down.
Don't tell me to calm down, because y'all talk noise and then
You're
can't
out of
take
control.
He said, Jasmine, what you have to realize is that if you are really going to make change, it's not going to be in the Texas House. He said, you did a great job playing defense, but you have a chance to play offense.
If someone on this committee then starts talking about somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body.
Meanwhile, you pointed out, her high school looks like a cast.
If you're enjoying this breakdown, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell to stay in the loop. Kelly doesn't just throw jabs, she rewrites the whole story. She places Crockett among the long list of politicians who mistake performance for policy and self-promotion for real service. From her exaggerated speeches in committee meetings to her obsession with viral clips, every smirk and dramatic eye roll becomes fuel for Kelly's fiery critique. This isn't leadership, it's theater. Kelly hits the point hard, exposing Crockett as less of a lawmaker and more of a bargain bin influencer who stumbled into Congress.
Was we were having a committee hearing on oversight, and it was really late at night. And I was really irritated because I'm always like, why can't we work normal work hours like regular people, 8 to 5? I don't know what's wrong with Congress that we're always doing crazy things at 9, 10, 11, 2 a.m. under Nancy Pelosi. So we're on the oversight committee, and she is running off her mouth, and I shot at her about her massively huge fake eyelashes.
Yeah, this made news.
Yeah, and I was like, well, I said something along the lines of like, well, you can't read it because of your fake eyelashes.
The sharpest sting hits when Kelly exposes Crockett's so-called accomplishments. To be honest, her record is paper thin. She's mastered the trick of jumping into controversies, but when it comes to crafting real legislation or achieving tangible results, there's almost nothing there. there. Kelly drives this point home with fierce determination, revealing the huge gap between Crockett's nonstop self-promotion and the harsh truth of what she's actually delivered. It's a brutal reminder that Crockett's greatest skill isn't leadership, it's simply staying visible.
But you're going to have your hands full with people laughing at you because you behave so foolishly. And the fact that you're a diva bitch behind the scenes, so much worse. You're not even beloved by your staff. Like, you alienate everyone. The people who know you best don't like you. The people who are just glancing at what you're putting out there publicly don't like you. So who likes you?
Megyn Kelly zooms in on Crockett's constant reliance on identity politics. Crockett hides behind race and gender, twisting every critique into some kind of personal attack instead of facing real questions. But Kelly cuts straight through that fragile shield, revealing how empty it really is. No layer of identity can cover the fact that Crockett's arguments are shallow, her tactics weak, and her priorities misplaced. The crowd doesn't see a bold fighter, they see a politician using division for her own gain. And Kelly doesn't stop there. She exposes Crockett's total lack of discipline. While others in Congress aim for professionalism, Crockett turns debates into shouting matches and discussions into viral spectacles. Sure, those antics may light up social media, but they destroy her credibility in Washington. Real leaders know when to act and when to wait. Crockett doesn't. She's all impulse, no control. And Kelly makes sure everyone sees that failure with ruthless clarity.
It's perfect. The Human Rights Campaign. These are the people who run around harassing every business to make sure that they're being pro-LGBTQ and pro-DEI and not doing anything that a Human Rights Campaign finds offensive in any way, shape, or form, unless if you are in a wheelchair and are the governor of Texas, in which case it is fine for Jasmine Crockett to do this to you. Watch.
Because we in these hot-ass Texas streets, honey. Y'all know we got Governor Hot Wheels down there. Come on now.
Megyn Kelly tears into the trail of hypocrisy that follows Crockett everywhere she turns. Crockett rails against privilege while enjoying every benefit it offers. She condemns the system, yet never hesitates to take full advantage of it. She preaches fairness and justice, yet mocks and dismisses anyone who dares to challenge her. Kelly lays it all bare, stacking example after example until the hypocrisy is impossible to deny. It's not just a flaw, it's her signature. And nothing kills credibility faster than double standards. But Kelly digs even deeper. She dismantles the entire act Crockett built. While Crockett thrives on chaos, Kelly refuses to be dragged into it. She calmly exposes how every tantrum screams insecurity, how her craving for attention reveals weakness, and how her constant defensiveness shows she can't handle real debate. Crockett doesn't look powerful. She looks fragile, rattled, and lost. The hit lands even harder when Kelly points to Crockett's obsession with image. Instead of leading, she worries about outfits, plans viral moments, and turns sound bites into short-lived trends. Kelly makes it clear, branding may grab attention, but it exposes fragility, not strength.
This guest has some more on Ms. Crockett. He's Benny Johnson. He's host of The Benny Show, and he has an exclusive report now on Crockett's alleged background. See, he traveled to where Crockett claims she is from a tough area of South Dallas. You know, you hear her speak. She tries to talk street like, okay. Compared to where she's actually from, it's quite a different picture. Where she's actually from is a beautiful, well-manicured area for the elite.
Crockett built her entire career on bursts of outrage, but Kelly makes it brutally clear. Outrage always fades. The same crowd cheering today will move on tomorrow, leaving her scrambling for another viral stunt just to stay relevant. Kelly drives home how hollow it all is. It's like a political sugar rush, flashy for a moment but leaving nothing of substance behind. She also exposes how Crockett treats her critics, not with ideas, but with attacks. Instead of debating issues, she smears people. Kelly shows how this lazy habit destroys credibility and burns every bridge around her. Crockett feeds on division because it keeps her in the spotlight, but Kelly proves that this chaos leaves her powerless. A wrecking ball can't be respected if all it does is destroy without purpose. The real twist comes when Kelly flips Crockett's so-called strengths into weaknesses. That temper fans call passion is just immaturity. The boldness praised as bravery is pure recklessness. And that defiance labeled authenticity is only insecurity in disguise. Kelly doesn't just criticize, she redefines.
only thing hot about him is that he is a hot-ass mess, honey.
I got to check my woke rule book, Walter, but I'm not sure I don't think that's allowed. I do not think you refer to the guy who's in a wheelchair as the governor of your state as Governor Hot Wheels. Some of her defenders online are like, we all call him that down here. And as far as I can tell, it's only nasty leftists who do. Not sure that gives you a pass.
What makes Megyn Kelly's takedown of Jasmine Crockett so captivating is how effortlessly she does it. Crockett bursts in with fury and noise, but Kelly meets her with sharp control and cold precision. While Crockett swings wildly, Kelly takes her apart piece by piece. Crockett's noise may be loud, but Kelly's analysis cuts louder, hits harder, and leaves no question about who owns the stage. By the end, the audience isn't just unimpressed, they're embarrassed for Crockett. The sting lingers because she can no longer hide behind charm or inexperience. Kelly stripped away the illusion, revealing what was always underneath. A politician painfully average, lacking the discipline and depth to be taken seriously. In Washington, where image often equals influence, that kind of exposure is brutal. Crockett wanted to shine as a rising star, but after Kelly's takedown, she looks like a shooting star, bright for a second, and already burning out. The hit lands even deeper when Kelly points out Crockett's dependence on personality over substance. Charisma might fuel a viral clip, but it can't sustain a career.
To become, instead of someone who dumbs themselves down or lies about where they come from to try to be more hood.
Yes, that's what she's doing all the time. And she didn't talk like this before either, where she's like, y'all, I know, my homie, and I'm like, okay, that didn't exist. We ran tape from her. Before she ran for office, she sounded like a normal person. But now she's gone full street with the super long nails too, and like the lips and the gloss and like the eyelashes. She's really laying it on because she wants to be seen as like this down-home girl who...
Kelly drags the harsh truth into the blinding spotlight. She strips away every layer of performance, leaving Crockett standing with nothing but the unimpressive record she's been trying so hard to hide. This is the cold reality of political theater. Once the illusion collapses, it almost never rebuilds. Colleagues, rivals, even the media start to shift their gaze. Where there was once excitement, now there's doubt. Where there was once hype, there's only exhaustion. Crockett's biggest problem isn't just that Kelly exposed her. It's that Kelly did it in a way that confirmed what many already suspected. The emperor has no clothes moment doesn't disappear. In politics, it becomes a lasting image that sticks. Kelly redraws Crockett's portrait completely. The bold newcomer who once called herself a disruptor now looks like another overhyped figure fading fast. The final image isn't of a fearless trailblazer, but of a politician stripped of mystery and revealed as ordinary. And in Washington, where perception shapes destiny, that kind of exposure is devastating.
How do you even like... There's no reaching across the aisle to that.
No,
Yeah, like
not at
that's
all.
just-
Well, she's not a real person. So some interesting things that I've always observed about her is how she treats her staff. She treats her staff like they are just beneath her.
I read that in the New York Post. Can you confirm?
Yes.
Wow.
So she always has, one of her young male staffers has to carry her big, heavy handbag for her. She just hands it off. It's like, who?
The lesson hits hard, but can't be ignored. Without real substance, every so-called star burns out faster than it rises. Crockett's critics now have fresh fuel, her allies whisper in doubt, and voters who once trusted her will watch much more closely next time she steps into the spotlight. In politics, that kind of shift is deadly, and it almost never reverses. Washington runs on reputation, whispers in hallways, and stories traded behind closed doors. Kelly's roast won't just echo through the news, it'll seep into those quiet conversations that shape careers. Every mistake Crockett makes will now be judged against Kelly's takedown, every stumble reinforcing the idea that she's not ready, not serious, and not capable of meeting her own hype. That perception becomes a trap, feeding on itself until it sticks. Once a politician is branded as unserious in Washington, doors slam shut, alliances vanish, and chances disappear before they even begin. Crockett now stands in the danger zone of politics, where ambition collides with reality, and Kelly made sure that crash is impossible to miss.
We know that we work for the American people, and what we not gonna do is stand around while they pull this that they trying to pull right now.
Like, what? What do you, we have videotape. Why are you talking like that? No one believes this bullshit. And now she's graduated to acting like a thug. So congratulations, your term in the U.S. Congress is going really well.
If Crockett fights back, she looks desperate. And if she retreats, she looks defeated. There's no safe move left, and that's exactly why Kelly's takedown hits so hard. The genius isn't just in Kelly's cutting words. It's in the trap she created. Crockett can't escape the image Kelly painted because every attempt to fight it only proves Kelly right. This roast doesn't just hurt, it defines. And in politics, once a story sticks, it almost never fades. Thanks to Kelly, Crockett's image is sealed in the public eye. A politician powered by hype, undone by immaturity, and exposed by someone who knows how to tear down a facade. The cruelty is undeniable. Crockett wanted fame, and she got it, just not the kind she imagined. Instead of being praised as a fresh, lasting voice, she's now a warning tale of what happens when hype outruns ability. Momentum is everything in politics, and once it turns against you, there's no easy recovery. Kelly flipped the current, leaving Crockett scrambling not for power, but for survival. The brand is broken, the image shattered, and Washington is already whispering. From now on, when Jasmine Crockett's name comes up, it won't be about promise. It'll be about how Megyn Kelly destroyed her with ruthless precision. That's the power of a brutal takedown. It doesn't just win a moment, it rewrites the story. And for Crockett, that rewrite could mark the beginning of the end.